Hello, friends. Hello. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Hello. Sam, 22 months. Hot dang. Almost 2 years. Glad I catch a stream after so long. Sam, I appreciate you. Thank you for the sub, dude. Oh my God. My Sunday is going well, friend. It is going very well. Yeah, we're chilling. Obviously gonna do some Faz, and then after some Faz, when stream is over, gonna go on a hot date. Gonna go on a hot date. Don't tell Mrs. Flash. Wife and kids are doing well. They're doing very well. Thank you. Hope you guys are good. Thank you, Alpha. Yeah. Yeah. And we also reached 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. Craziness, man. Taking her outside, huh? Yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah, we are. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh my God. But welcome, everyone. I hope that you guys are doing well. Sly, thank you for the follow. Kev, thank you for the 6 months, my dude. Good to see you, Kev. Oh, thank you, guys. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. All right, let's make sure everything is good. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Should be good. Crusonics, what up, dude? How's it going? Don't thermometer near me. You're taking your butt right out of bed? Wait, what? Oh, you need coffee. See, I have coffee. The only coffee we had left is like a very dark roast. It's not for me, man. I'll drink it, but it's like you're tasting like a cigarette butt. I even have creamer in there, and it's just a dark roast, like dark roast, just not for me. Thank you, ATV. Thank you. Just chilling, same, man. Same. I like that song better. Well, I'm sorry. I don't have that one readily available. Playing with someone or solo? Probably both. Probably a little bit of both. Tool, how are you? Tyrant, Knight, thank you so much for the follow. Oh man, ready to watch some ghost hunting? Well, you know what? Let's do the stuff. Let's open it up so we can actually do the things. Today we'll probably be doing something different. I probably will not be doing the 5 times difficulty. We might be doing just the standard like nightmare, insanity, maybe some no evidence, depending how things go. Dark roast coffee was invented to disguise poor quality of beans. Well, it's not working. Not working. Solar, how are you? Welcome in. Iris, thank you for the 2 months. Okay, should be good. Hi, Mayor. Welcome back. Oh, they fixed the lighting, but my ID card reset again. We'll switch over. What badge is on this stream? It is the same one. It has not changed. No, it is the same one that goes to the 15th. There has been no new badge beyond the ones that there's been no announcements of another badge. It's been the same one. Yeah. Same one. Swim, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you. Apparently there's a new bug. Oh, if you're talking about a invincible like glitch thing that people are doing with the tents. Yeah, they found it immediately. Yeah. What the heart badge? Well, I'm assuming it'll be available at some point in drops. The fact that they have it here like this tells me at some point it's probably going to be a drop. So when? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Kelsey, thank you for the subs. Oh my God. Bubblegum Addy, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Minty, thank you for the 20 months. Yeah, it's a really great badge. I mean, I have it. I can show you because it was from the... Look, see, it resets every time. It was from the American Heart Association stream that we did. No, not join. Gosh darn it. Create. Hold on. I just want to get to the lobby so we can see it. You looped your first ghost this morning at Dio. Hey, better than nothing. It's this one that they're talking about. It's this badge. That's the one that this is probably going to be the drop. I don't know if they're going to do one for the animated one like this. I don't know. But even this badge by itself is cool. The blood cells, it's pretty rad. Yeah. Did I see the Slender Man in Maple? I did. Yeah, I did. Hey, White Kitty, good to see you. Glad I caught you so early. We're doing well. Today, I do have to end very, very close to 4 o'clock because the wife and I need to be out the door, like out the door at like 4:30 or something like that. You know what I mean? Because you're weird. We're all weird. Oh, you banned them? Oh. I was going to see if their mom let them have their Wi-Fi back. Pretty red? It is. It is. Wife comes first? Well, yeah, duh. Duh. I have played in VR, and I will. I will. They have fixed stuff in VR. I will play again in VR. People told me to hold off because even though they fixed the door stuff, there was a problem where, like, all the items were shaking like crazy. But apparently that's fixed too. So we will probably do it. Yeah, Kiwi, welcome in. What is that batch you have? The badge? Oh, this is the American Heart Association one. Yeah, the one that you can unlock right now is this one. This is the one that you can unlock. This guy right here. Am I excited for Horror 2.0 that's coming out next year? Eventually. Yeah. Yeah, eventually. For sure. Little sis, thank you for the 2 months. If you guys are looking for any of my socials, the Discord link is there and the rest of the socials are there. Yeah. Hey, Kay, good to see ya. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. I need someone to do me a favor. I need someone to do me a favor. How do you unlock that badge? This one, by watching this stream for 2 hours. You have until the 15th. So I also stream tomorrow, which is another opportunity just in case you can't today. And then after the 15th, you can't earn this badge anymore. Pick me, pick me. I need someone to go check on Mr. Doc and let me know where he is. If they could. No, I will not make a deal. But Halogen. Still in game. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nurse, thank you for the 3 months. Mystic. Thank you for the raid. Oh my God. Sleep Soul, welcome in. What's wrong with Doc? No, no, no. Not check on him as in what's wrong. Check on his status. End game. That's what I meant. Sorry, I should have been a little more descriptive. Shiny, welcome in. How are you, hungry? Hello, hello. Is he in the safety toilet? I don't know. We'd have to ask him. Yeah, Zeno. You were a part of that too. Oh my God. But welcome in, guys. Mystic, hello. We just started. I'm literally about to get into games. I'm just waiting for a possible teammate I'm gonna have if they're ready or not. How's it going? How was your stream? He is still amongst the living. Thank you. Thank you. Do you think I have time to run one or should I wait? Okay, I don't need every update. He put salt on the ground. Okay, I do appreciate the thorough investigation that we're having right now. I don't need that much. Good, getting choked by ghosties. Okay, okay, that sounds like fun. That sounds good. Run no evidence. Oh, you mean like no sanity, no evidence? Oh, he's leaving now. Okay, okay. I say he doesn't have to rush. I don't want to rush him along. He could have waited. It's fine. I wasn't a part of it. I just said that it was a raid. Oh, it looked like you copied their message. Okay. Well, you could have pretended at least. I got to go build a new bed. Well, I hope that you have a blast. I don't know if you like putting things together, or if it's annoying. Sometimes it's annoying. I don't like doing it. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my God. Clirax, thank you for the sub. Purple Moss, thank you for the 3 months. I think APOC would be hard. Finally, if the ghost was up. I think APOC would be hard finally if the ghost was always a Rev or a Hantu. Well, no, those are two identifiable ghosts by their hunting speed. It'd be easier, would it not? By Grabthar's hammer. Thank you, Shiny. You know what? I appreciate you. I'm so glad you. Oh my God. Who do you think you are? Going around joining people's lobbies all willy-nilly? And then he learned I couldn't hear him.
You're for real?
now I can. Now I can.
Oh my God, you can't do that to me. You know my push to talk is...
I know. No, I could not hear you at first. You were doing this guy, so I knew you were talking, but nothing was happening.
Okay, so
I swear.
So as it turns out, my push to talk actually is messed up.
Okay. Is your push to talk on your mouse?
Yes.
Okay. It might be maybe it's the button on the mouse being stoopy.
It's a new mouse. I don't want it to be the button. But
What kind of a new mouse is it?
Well, I don't know. It came with the frame. I don't know. It's
Gamer Mouse 2005.
Yeah, it's a gamer Pro X 2000. I don't know. It's probably garbage.
It has 17 buttons on the side.
Actually, one,
you have to.
I don't know what any of this stuff
It's a
does.
secret.
Wait.
Wait.
So, Flash, how are you today? It's wonderful to see you.
I'm doing great. I hope that you're doing well. Did you actually succumb to the peer pressures of chat of having to do hot sauce runs?
If
you didn't, I'm proud of you.
Put on the spot right now.
No, if you didn't, I'm proud.
Okay, I did not.
Okay, good.
I am hot sauce free. My colon is strong. And
This
it's
could be
ready to
related, I
sustain-
suppose. Yeah. Hot sauce free,
colon
liver
in the
pain,
five
but
kingdoms. Yeah. But doing great.
good. Oh my God. Still using. Hey.
Okay, all right. Now chat's going berserk. Hot sauce.
Listen, don't do that to him. Relax. It's a cozy Sunday.
Flash says don't do that to me. No colonoscopy.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't want a colonoscopy.
I heard that you can get that done inside of Disney World. I'm not kidding. You can literally get that done in Disney.
Is it during It's a Small World? It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all.
Oh, man. Nope. It's during Pirates.
That was something. That was a thing.
It is, Doc. That's
So,
okay. We
Flash,
appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well.
Welcome
Do you
in,
need me to
friends.
remove my equipment, Flash? I mean, as amazing as my tier 1.5 equipment is.
Okay. You don't. Well, none of your equipment is in there, but if you want to disable your loadout, that way it doesn't accidentally add it, that would be fine.
Okay, I am going to.
Hi, friends.
disable
Artsy,
my
hello. What's up, Hitch? Inferno, hello. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the congrats on
Nice.
200K. I appreciate you.
Okay, I am ready. I'm psyched. I'm so
Okay.
excited.
Well, I have a question. What difficulty do you want to play? I'm kind of down for whatever.
I will play anything
It's a
that
hoax.
you want to play.
I hate it here. Nuh-uh.
Because I think
I was
that's
so
smart of me to
so
do.
deceived.
Unless you're gonna do some sort of like custom where it's
Never
like,
mind,
oh,
guys.
You have no sprint.
Our dreams of colonoscopies at Disney World were just crushed.
And the ghosts are super fast, and they know jujitsu. I don't know that I'm down with that.
Oh crap.
What?
We could
No jujitsu. No jujitsu.
How do I turn off the jujitsu
jujitsu?
button? Where's the
don't know.
jujitsu button? Do Nightmare Run?
There's got to be a way to turn off jujitsu.
I don't think there is. I think
Anyone in chat know how to turn off jujitsu?
it's probably in the truck.
It's in the truck. Quick, get back to the truck. Get the jujitsu.
Okay, well, how about this? We'll stick with Nightmare. I picked this, so you pick map. It's right next to the camera of the truck.
I choose. You ready for this?
Yes.
I choose Camp Woodwind.
Okay. Okay. Now you need to tell me
Well,
what
I mean-
ghost it's going to be and where it will be.
Okay, well, this is easy. I was expecting more of a challenge from you, Flash, when I first got here.
No,
okay?
actually, no.
It's
Camp
going to
Woodwind has
be-
grown on me. It really has.
What is grown on you? Oh, Camp Woodwind? Okay.
What did you think I said?
I don't know. You cut out in the middle and it was like,
Oh.
you know what? Hey, well, so it kind of grown on me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Yep, walk that.
No. Okay, Camp Woodwind. Where's the ghost? What's it going to be?
Okay, the ghost is going to be, if I look at the little Polaroid picture there for the map, there's it's going to be in the teal colored tent
Okay.
because that's the only tent I know of right now.
Okay.
And it is going to be, hold on. It's going to be an obake.
Listen, you do realize that if it is an obake in the teal tent, You're going to probably be called a cheater.
Or I'm going to be called absolutely amazing.
This is true. This is true. I don't know how you would know what it is before we even get into the lobby. All right.
Here's the thing, though. The reality of the matter is everyone knows I do not have the intellectual capacity for cheating.
Yeah, but it'd be funny if you did.
Well, I mean...
Works every time. See, the best part is the Doc always tries to get me, so he has to do a setup. Hey, so Flash, what do you think about the carburetor?
So my setup, all right. My needs work. I acknowledge this. That's okay. I'm going to get you, FlashForce. One way or another. I'm going to get you. One way or another.
By the way, I realized that drinking like extremely dark roast coffee, it's like you're just licking a cigarette butt.
Well, better a cigarette butt than... All right, I'm done with that. Okay.
By the way, can you take a look at this screen real fast and tell me if that's bright or not?
Folks. I mean, it's foggy. It looks foggy. Does it look foggy to you?
It definitely looks foggy, but it looks like ridiculously bright.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it's ridiculously bright for me.
Okay, do me a favor. I need you to click onto the screen.
No.
Yes, no. No, I swear. Come here. No, click in. It's funny. Click into the screen. Like click in so you're focused on the screen.
Okay. All right, I am focused on the screen.
Okay. All right. Okay. Do you see me?
I see your head. Yes. Got a hairy neck.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It just looked ridiculous. All of a sudden, your head just popped in. You were like, hold on, let me see this.
See, that's the thing. I'm so into the game.
I have an over the shoulder of you. Caleb, thank you for the super chat. No, thank you for the 17 months. Thank you. Thank you for the congrats.
No, it's not a blood moon, and I'm glad.
No.
Suck.
We open the door, and then all of a sudden it's like fog. Nope, blood moon. Just starts.
All right, I'm going to do this thing real quick.
Hi. Oh, please, yes.
Case 252, Jason Rhodes. Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. Capture 3 unique videos of the video camera, and have a member of your team escape the ghost during a hunt.
I already know what this ghost is.
Well, you told us what it was.
And but you know how you could tell? You know how you could tell that it's Jason Rhodes?
How?
He's got those 2 yellow lines that run right down the middle. Let's go!
That's it. We're leaving. We're done. That's it. Pack it up. I'm out of here.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It was an accident.
I don't think that was an accident. I feel like that's a lie. Bella, thank you for the biddies. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Couldn't resist but to play with this lovely bean. Hey, we have a decent hiding spot over here. The light seems like, I don't know, like the flashlight, like bounce. Why does that looks? It's probably just me, but it looks better for some reason.
I don't know. Maybe you need more vitamin A.
Touche. Hey, you want to see a floating boater? Behind me. Is that a no to the floating boater?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a song playing in my ears, so I'm not hearing an awful lot right now. It kind of sounds like... Oh, it's...
See? Floating boater. Look at that, huh?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh my God. Oh, it's Frank. Hi, Frank. Don't you dare. Doc? Oh. Frank's doing a limbo.
Frank's limboing, yeah.
Hey, Sam. Oh, Vamp, thank you so much for the 10 months. What up, dude? Frank's doing a limbo. He's doing great.
How low can you go?
Come on, Frank. By the way, I think I heard the ghost over here somewhere. If it's in this teal tent or this bluish tent, I swear to God. He's working out. It's not limbo. he's doing like a bench press with a bone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't expect Frank to be putting up massive plates at this stage of his weightlifting.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm hearing things, but I don't know where they're happening. Oh, there's a soccer ball back here by Lover's Bench. Just, I'm good. How are you?
A soccer ball? And from whence did this soccer ball appear?
Yonder, fortnight ago.
Fortnite.
Oh, is that a phone? It was a phone.
Oh.
Are you in here? I don't think so. I don't think it is.
Good thing we both have thermometers.
That's right. We'd be thermometerless.
Oh, 10.3 degrees in yellow, 8.0 degrees in yellow, 9.1 degrees, 7.8 degrees.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's in here. Oh,
Okay.
There's a thermos down as well.
Roger that. Oh, thank you, friend. I appreciate that. See you, Thomas. Have a good one, man. Can you play Minecraft? I could. I don't want to, though. I do appreciate it. All right, let's do this. Do this, do this, do this. Did you complete that? No, Sam, I didn't. No, not yet. Why is that standby thing on the screen? We have a fiver.
Roger that.
Are we supposed to be able to see our cursor on the screen whenever we have the video camera up? It's really annoying.
Oh, my cursor is definitely up.
Okay, when you have the
That
camera in your
sounded
hand, you
wrong,
can see
but-
the cursor. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I don't want to. Maybe you're supposed. I don't know. But it's like I can grab the camera at all times.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Quar, thank you for the sub. Rogue, thank you for the 5 months.
I think Flash might be used to it. Oh, I'm sorry. Nothing.
Used to what?
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Used to what?
There's no plot. There's no scheme. No, there's nothing going on. Hey, take it easy with that pan, Flash. Easy with the pan. Hey, put the pan down. Put the pan down, Flash. Put the pan down. We don't have any Franks to place in your pan, Flash.
What a sentence to say.
Yeah, that was the best I had at the moment.
Do it. He's trying to. Oh, that's son of. Is he? Is he really? Okay. He doesn't know that I know. All right. So let's. Here. Hold on. I'll grab stupid stuff. All right. I'm gonna grab sound sensor, audio recorder, and motion sensor. That's a good shout. Remember me. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Does 0.9 count as freezing? 0.9 means that you're going to have a freezing ghost. So if you have 0.9 or lower, you can go ahead and say that you have freezing. Oh, he's muffled. No, it didn't get me through the cooler. It saw me. Oh, it's hunting him now. You better run, Doc. Well, marshmallow. No, it's too fast for a demon. It was a sprint from the gin. Well, this was going well. Hi, Royal. Thank you for the combos. Oh my God, Royal. Well, you know,
It's fine. It's fine. We're doing great.
sure.
It was a gin, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah. Yeah. I caught it too. Right around my neck before it was
So many
snapped,
people tell me
and I was left leaking
0 degrees
cerebral
is
spinal
fake. What do you mean they tell you 0
all over
degrees
the
is fake?
marshmallows.
Yeah,
that
I
you
tried to
consumed
offer you one there
right
at the end of your, well, I guess the beginning of your afterlife. Yeah. I thought it was a good way to start it, you know, like a, hey, welcome, we have marshmallows kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. They taste like victory. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
that didn't go so great. Flash, I think you should pick a map. Because you have all that Phasmophobia knowledge to
Oh,
drop
don't
on
you
us.
dare do that to me.
Okay, Flash, you have all of that Phasmophobia, Kavorka? I don't know what else to call it. Joie de vie? Okay.
Feng shui.
You have that Phasmophobia feng shui. That's right.
That's what it is.
Nailed it.
All right, let's ride. Oh my God. Have that Phasmo something. That's right. Do random. We'll do random at some point. Maybe we'll do random on the next one.
Check the equipment.
Okay. Wait, hey.
What? Yeah?
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to do the thing.
Oh.
How many missions? Over 9,900.
Phillips. Get the ghost to blow out a firelight. Capture 3 Capture 3 unique videos with a video camera and have a member of your team witness a ghost event.
Listen, everyone makes mistakes. It's fine.
It's better though whenever you have a filter on.
Oh.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
that's
Dawn.
true.
Getting
Wait, stop
flashbacks. Is that a
saying
play on
blood moon.
words?
It's not a blood moon.
Should have chat. No, that'd be too slow. I can't do that with, maybe when I'm playing solo at some point, I'll do a chat GPT run, not with others, because then we'll have to sit here and wait and all that jazz. Yeah. Fisticuffs. Are we punching the ghost? Right in the face hole?
Marcus of Queensberry.
My day is going great. How is yours going? It is going very well. GB, welcome in. Love the streams. Thanks, man. Kench, thank you for the tier 3 for 7 months. Oh, hey, how are you? I see it.
There's a mirror.
Flash.
Flash.
Oh. All right. I trust you.
Yeah, I want, no.
Oh. I'll look over your shoulder.
Okay.
I'll look over your shoulder. Wait. Back up. Over this way. Over here. Nope. Yeah, right there.
Okay, right here?
There. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And
Basement. Got it.
nailed it.
E
You totally pulled the 5-finger discount on my. Oh, wait, never mind.
No, there's another one right there. Yeah, it's cold.
Roger that.
Yeah, it is cold. It's cold down there. Cookie lady. Thank you so much for the 2 months. Hello. Hold the mirror just a bit longer. No. As you can see, we already are doing this enough to ourselves. We don't need to like expedite the process by trying to use the cursed possessions on each other. What map is this? This is Ridgeview. What the hell happened here? Bring this and this. He looked at the, you know what? I don't know if I trust myself. We're going to put that there, this there. I have a smudge on me now. Do I have a lighter? I do. With a 5-finger say to the face. Found a job helping one-armed typist do capital letters. It's shift work. I hate it so much. I hate that I can see my hand on the camera while I have it on a tripod. I really hate that. I'm going to say something. All right, I see no orbicals. I still got breath. All right. I'm going to check temps again. Say, is it safe? I think we know from the last game that no, it don't feel safe at all.
Well, don't worry about it. You know why?
Why?
Because you've got crucifix, boy! One for you, one one for you.
We have freezing.
Roger that.
Crucifix boy.
Listen, it's Dr. Crucifix Boy. I didn't go to
Oh,
9 years
sorry.
of
9
crucifix
years.
school to be called Miss.
Don't forget to take a picture. Absolutely, Krabby. Yeah, I almost always forget. Yeah, I didn't go to 9 years of cruciphonics school to
Cruciphonics.
to be disrespected
That's how
like
you learn
this.
to read a crucifix is with cruciphonics.
Oh man.
Why?
Why are we
I
like
don't
this?
know.
Why?
I don't know.
All right. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. See if is the ceiling melting? No. Okay. That was snow. I didn't spend 9 years at a doctor school to not be called my own deserved title. That's right. He is otherworldly. He's pretty great. I'm fascinated. You should be fast. You should be following him
All right,
first
I'm
of
gonna go
all.
down there with the spirit box. And
Okay.
A UV thing.
A UV thing. Okay. Okay. I'll bring some salt so
Right,
you
I'm
can
gonna do
check for
that.
the UV thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And then I'll bring a photo camera so I can take a picture of it when it spawns right behind your face. What time is it for me? It is 1:40 p.m.
It's always a little disconcerting when you're walking behind somebody and then you see the backs of their eyeballs. That's
I feel like you're doing it right.
ew. Weird.
I'll leave you alone here in a second. I just want to make sure I see freezing on here so I can take a photo of it.
Okay.
There we go.
Roger
Okay.
that. I'm going to place that there. We're all
Why is it freezing if it wasn't below 0? Because if you have 0.9 degrees or lower, then you have a ghost that is going to give you freezing. Regular ghosts cannot go below 1 degree. That is why. So I like to think of the tier 2 and tier 3 thermometers as like early freezing detection systems. But we still, right now, I did see below 0, but even 0.9 or lower, you have freezing. Guaranteed. No questions asked. And you're never going to see that on a no evidence run. You will never get 0.9 or lower because you don't get evidence. Yeah. Sarah, hello. Hey, look.
I got nothing.
Oh. It was probably waiting for me to be here so it can take a photo with you. All right. Find somewhere in the basement. Get in position.
Oh.
All right. No, it's got to be with, you have to take a photo with it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, here. I'll turn the lights on.
Normally when I'm told to assume the position, that's where I go.
You just, all right.
Okay. So what do I do in the wait.
You have to choose a spot for it to show up in.
Okay. All right. Done and done. I choose.
The lighting is so
there's a hammer
jacked.
down over here. All right. I'll go here.
Okay. All right. Count it down.
In 10.
This
9.
is a very long second.
8. Well, it made a sound and I was scared.
Oh, I see the thud. I heard that too.
10.
Okay.
Yeah. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6.
It was just a lot of
5,
preparation.
4, 3, 2. 1. Up here! I'm gonna go ahead and say that I got nothing.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, Doc. This is feeling like a shade.
Appreciate you.
Don't
You
forget.
think?
Don't forget.
I mean,
What
there's
do you,
an awful
guys?
lot of
I have a
nothing
mirror
going on
and
right
freezing temps. What do you mean? What do you mean? All right,
Are
let's
we gonna do the
this.
shade test? Oh wow, that was quick on the.
That was instant. Over that way. Over this way. Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Nothing. Okay. Imagine. All right. All right. I have a sneaky. I've got a sneaky. This is a shade.
Okay.
Hope this helps. Shut up, Solar.
I'm down with that. I trust your judgment, Flash.
Thank you. Don't forget the boner. We'll do our best.
I mean, in Phasmophobia. Like, completely.
Wait, why wouldn't you trust me outside of Phasmophobia? What do you mean?
No, it's not that I don't. It's not that I don't.
You were
trust
very
you. I just don't
specific when you said
completely trust you.
Phasmophobia.
What? No, I know. I mean, that's where I really, really trust you. Is in Phasmophobia.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fine then. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, saying it's a shade.
You trust me in other places too, right?
Yeah. Remember that time you were at that place and I was over at that other place?
Oh, with the things. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Now the push to talk is off. I do not trust that mother.
You wouldn't lie, would you?
No. No, that would be wrong.
Okay.
Completely untrustworthy.
Guys, remind me never to invite him back to Steve's.
I know I wouldn't trust FlashForce. About as far as I can throw him with his bum knee.
Doc, tell your manager I can hear them.
Roger. Welcome to Steve.
Diamond, thank you. Hi, Jeanette. How's it going? Okay. Ooh. I kind of want to be able to see both of them at the same time. Can I do it like a triple dipper here? Can I do one of these? Like, I set this up there. I put this over there. That there. Okay. We think it's a shade, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the items. Do I have a smudge on me? Nope, it's by the front door. I'm going to put stuff over here so it has things to throw, and then I'm going to turn the lights off. Oh, I want to get that out of the way, though.
I'm gonna try to record lights flickering.
Okay. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that off. Turn that
You
off.
might need to adjust those caulk.
For the light flickering?
I mean, might not be a bad idea. I'm just, I don't know.
All right. We'll see if Ghosty starts doing stuff now. Is Doc the real ghost? I hope not. He's in the truck. Say right meow.
Oh, so you are looking directly at the book and Culks.
Yes, the book and Culks.
What do you anticipate is going to happen with the book and Culks?
The hope here is that the Culks get touched vigorously.
Okay, vigorously touch the... Well, I'm not going to say that because that sounds wrong.
Why is your hand in that shape with nothing in it and it's just, you're just standing here?
You got the same thing right now. We're both like you mean like we're playing the medallions game, you know, where you put your hand down like that. And then if someone looks at it, you get to punch them in the arm.
Oh, wait. You mean like this?
Wait.
Ah, got him.
Okay, now you gotta
right,
punch me.
I gotta punch you. All right.
Yeah. Ow! Oh, you didn't wipe it off.
Ew. Stop hitting me. I'm trying to watch. Stop it.
Okay.
The ghost is not doing anything. I'm freaking out. He is a cartoon character. But he's the best. But he's wonderful. Chanel, thank you so much for the 2-month Prime. Did I just see someone in the window? No, I didn't. Okay. Is the ghost still here? That is the question at hand. I still see breath. It is -9 degrees. The ghost is here somewhere. All right, let's go get the other 2 motion sensors. How are motion sensors useful? Because you're able to track where the ghost is, where it's going. I'll be back. Ghost is on vacation. We're thinking shade because it's doing nothing. Literally nothing.
You might need to grab the cursed object and make something cursed happen.
Make a thing with the doohickey. Can I go on vacation? I mean, you can. If you want to. It's up to you. Thank you guys for the follows, by the way. Baby Blue, Jade, Cause, Brutal, hello. Did it move rooms? It's still -9 degrees down there. I'm thinking no. All right.
Wait, what is our cursed object? I didn't even check for it.
The mirror. That's how we found the room.
Oh my God! Wow. I feel 8 layers of stupid. Holy cow.
Well, at least it's not 9.
That is true.
Is the ghost? We might have to use the cursed. Is it literally stuck somewhere right now?
Well, Flash, I think you have the perfect soundbite for that. Hold on. I'm going to say it's literally stuck somewhere right now.
Okay.
And you're going to have to play the soundbite. I'm not going to tell you what the soundbite is.
Okay.
You just need to play it.
Okay.
All right, ready? Here
I'm
we
ready.
go. I don't even know where the ghost is right now. I mean, is it literally stuck somewhere? That's a good one.
Was
That's
that the
not
one?
I was thinking of.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
I was
wait.
thinking of a different one.
Oh. We can try it again. Here, we can try it again.
All right, we'll try it again. Okay, all right. I don't think this ghost is going to do anything. I mean, is it literally stuck somewhere right now? Still not.
Am I
it, but
failing?
we're
Darn
getting
it. All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe the ghost will decide to
It's
show
an
up.
Old school one.
Old
It's an
school.
Old school one.
Okay.
Think Chiba the Hut. Think Chiba the Hut.
Okay. I think I know.
All right. Okay. Last try. All right.
Okay, last try.
This ghost is literally doing nothing. I mean, do you think it's stuck somewhere? No, that. No.
You said old school. That felt old school to me.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it.
No, that wasn't it.
I was thinking something more Tom Cardy than that.
Oh, I don't even know. Do I have that on here? Oh, I used to.
Yeah,
Where is it?
For Lethal Company.
Oh, that's right.
And then you would do the point off. Into
Oh,
the distance
yeah.
and
Do the.
Have you checked your
Forgot I had it on there. Oh, man.
All right, hold on. Let's.
Okay, we'll try to. All right.
Do it right
We can do
real
it
quick?
successfully.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. Okay. Here we go. You know, this ghost is literally doing nothing. Do you think maybe it's stuck somewhere?
Have you checked your bottles?
What was I gonna play? I forgot. I was like, he says, "You think it's stuck somewhere?" I did see this. I think I saw this motion sensor going off by itself. I couldn't tell if that was you or not.
It might have been. It might have been. I think I am just getting in the way at this point.
No, you're not. The ghost isn't doing. It's not going anywhere. It's not moving.
I think. All right. I think. Well, should we just call it a shade and go? I mean, as amusing as all this other stuff.
I say we make it hunt, and then once it hunts, we leave.
Okay.
I'm down.
Okay. I'm gonna loop it.
Okay, I trust you. I'm gonna bring an EMF upstairs just in case it gives us a fiver by throwing something during the hunt.
Roger that. I'm
All
ready.
right, you have a smudge. Do you need a second smudge?
I don't think so. When I feel like I'm in danger, I'm gonna bail.
Okay.
I'm gonna bail and I'm gonna head directly for the fridge.
Okay.
Oh, look at this! Hi.
Oh Jesus, I wasn't. Oh my God, how did I not see that?
Do you come here often?
Oh, I'll leave you two alone.
Enjoy the company of tall.
Oh, continue.
You can't just walk
Oh.
out the door and shut it.
Welcome, Steve's.
Wait, why are there two of you there? I don't need two employees. I just need one. I just need one employee. Why is there two?
I just had someone at the drive-thru window on the other side for a large seasoned curly fries, 6-piece chicken nuggets, a cherry
thank you. Can you bring that outside?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. It's heavy.
Yeah, use your knees. Oh, don't look it right there. Okay. All right, that ain't happening. That's fine. All right, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat?
Hold on, wait, hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna point my flashlight.
You're still
this way.
you're still in a drive-through. You're still in a drive-through.
Oh!
That's like the 3rd time I've done that.
Raging, thank you so much for the biddies, by the way.
All right, I'm ready, Flash. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, it's still down there, just doing diddly squat.
Okay, I'm gonna run down the stairs and surprise it.
Okay.
Surprise! Surprise! Oh God! Ah! Flash, it got me! I'm dead.
You think he was surprised? Where is it? That was surprising. That is fair. It's gonna stop hunting before it gets back here again. No, he's just really short and he's trying to pull the chair out so he can sit down for dinner. I've heard of people dying near that. I'm not going to take that risk. Did he actually smudge the ghost? Doc, I'm fairly certain this is a shade, by the way. We have EMF 5. I told you. You bring this up here in the middle of that hunt, good chance they'll give EMF 5. It literally did. Say cheese. Congrats. Thank you, Baltimore. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, napping on the job. Hi, Chip. Look at that handsome devil. It killed my teammate. We should leave. Going shade. He could hear that.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Hales, thank you for the 16 months. So, how'd it go? You don't think it was a shade? Nailed it. You're doing great.
And the ghost was there, and we locked eyes for a moment. We looked at each other for a second.
What did you hear in your head when you guys locked eyes?
Holy I am probably going to die.
Oh, no. Like what was the ghost saying? Not your like inner thoughts. What was the ghost probably saying?
Oh.
I am halfway tempted not to kill you because it's obvious you are a complete idiot. But I'm going to kill you anyway because for the memes.
Well, you did say you were going to surprise it. I wonder if it was surprised. Do you think the ghost ever like rounds the corner, sees the players like, oh my gosh, dude, come on.
No. But that did happen when we played, what's it called?
How many filters does he have? All of them.
Backrooms. When we were playing backrooms.
Oh, yeah.
And the multi-handed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Popped around the corner and saw meat bags standing there. Gosh.
Yeah. And then I made what's probably the most embarrassing sound I've ever made.
Oh, did you throw it when you screamed and ran? Oh, no. That was so good. Oh, I thought that was wonderful.
Well, I know a lot of people apparently thought it was pretty great.
I think
showed it
so.
to my children, and they're like, "Dad, you're an embarrassment." And I was like, "You're right."
You know, kids, there's some. My dad and Peak said the same thing. All right, where you want to go?
How about?
Can you play Repo? I've played Repo.
Easy?
Yeah,
Hey, all right, let's go easy, please.
easy, easy, beautiful.
Cover girl. So, you know, Flash.
I have this lobby. This lobby's mine. You can't start it without me. I saw the delay. The delay was real, but it's not gonna work. It was a good try, though. I will commend you. It was a good try.
Thank you. I mean,
Bleasdale's your favorite?
by
It's
virtue of the
an
fact that
amazing
it would be
map.
Impossible for me to do it. It wasn't that great of a try, but
Two Fries Short. What a
It's
great
okay.
name. Thank you for the follow.
it's the thought that counts.
Bad luck, Canadian. Have you continued? I have not. No, with the Phas update when that came out, I went hard in playing this game more and more and more. We'll eventually start bringing in more games. Yeah. Okay. I see nothing there. What game is this? This game is Phasmo. How'd you find the stream? Went to bed way too late. I went to bed like early. Why does that happen? Does he do this every time? I went to bed like early-ish last night. We showed the kids Jurassic Park for the first time. Is the Grafton map change update coming soon? We think so. Doc?
Yes?
Did you enter the map through the back?
Yes!
Oh, well, the ghost is in the living room.
You mean like literally on the other side of the map?
Yeah, kind of. With your day job, do you help with the animated movie shows? No. All the editing and cinema, like I do. There he goes. All the editing that I do is for all the stuff that we personally film. Mr. Chaff, hi, dude. Yeah, that was a good one. Ghost located. Yeah, I saw the forever spinning top thingy doohickey. Any orbs? All right, I see no orbicals.
I've got 4.4 degrees right smack dab in the center of this carpet.
Really? Oh, maybe it just roamed over here. Okay.
Oh, it could be Romy.
Clever girl. Yeah, Izzy wasn't a big fan of people dying in Jurassic Park. She was not a fan. We have orbs, by the way. Why does it keep disappearing? I want to film you. Hey, let me film you.
It's refusing. It does not want to be filmed.
I will film this orb. Okay, maybe not. Okay, I literally can't film it. Oh, now I can. I can't when it's on the tripod like this. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Please.
The ghost was in the foyer. I had my doubts that we would survive. By we, I meant both of us. I mean, it was probable that Flash would survive. Not as probable that I was gonna make it. But I would rise to the
Hey,
occasion.
Winter, welcome in. How are you, Sim? Thank you so much for the
Oh my
gifted
God, it's
sub.
freaking close.
Thank you, Dan. All right, I'm gonna go get more stuff. I'm gonna go try to keep us alive. Finally got your fiance to play. Question though, do you have to prestige? Absolutely not. Nope. If you are not prestige and you decide you don't want to, you can go all the way up to level 9,999 without prestiging at all. Not required. Now there is an
I'm a
achievement.
fan of a gyrating cloche.
Oh my.
Oh, and push the
Is Doc really quiet? Not for me, he's not. I can turn him up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab UV, some salt.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm in a spirit box.
Okay. When you press these 3 times, there's an achievement you can get, and you also unlock loadout slots if you do that too. Yeah, he was just far away. It's proximity chat. He's going to be quiet if he's not next to me. Yeah, if he's across the room, he's not going to be loud. I don't even know, dude. Let's try this. We still haven't turned the power on either.
Where are you? Are you near?
That was me.
Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Can you give me a sign? Where are you? Are you near? Are you far? Can you give me a sign?
Danny, I always check DMs after stream. I don't check during stream unless it's an emergency.
Do you drive a Hyundai?
Well, now I'm curious.
Does Uncle Gerald floss regularly? And by flossing, I mean the dance, not the tooth hygiene
Okay.
trick.
How do you get animated Twitch badge? If you're talking about the ID card, you can't anymore.
On the spirit box.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it lifted the pillow.
Oh my God. F you, pillow!
Don't F its pillow. It's going to get angry. Where are the orbs?
Quick, light it on fire!
Oh, it's right there. Okay. We're still fine. I'll put this here. Hey, Jimmy Flame. Oh, my God. I've been good. How are you? Man. Freaking throwback. Oh, my God. What do we got? Turn Doc up a little bit. I'm on it. What Twitch badge can't you get anymore? They're talking about the ID cards. You can't get the animated Twitch ID card.
Although that close is well,
it's like you were there.
Yeah.
The Grafton
We have an object thrown.
Okay. The Grafton rework
you
is
were
coming
talking
out.
before about the types of evidence that you can gather.
Yeah.
And then the litmus test being, hey, could you imagine this actually happening? Like if you look at it,
right?
Would you think it was a ghost or? But that right there, that object thrown, that's someone just doing that.
That's some guy behind just drop kicking the tripod.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
God,
paranormal.
what's that sound?
Hey, Winter, how's it going?
It was like that scene from Blair Witch Project with Mike standing in the corner.
Oh yeah, look what it's doing! It just threw it again. This son of a.
You're ruining the movie. Oh. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, the producer's gonna be pissed. I should go find the power. We haven't even turned the power on yet. Yeah, the animated badge was for the first week, and then now it's this. Oh, no, he doesn't have it on. I'll show you when we get back to the lobby. All right. I'm going to put that in there. Put that in there. I'm going to grab that. I got a smudge. Okay. Hopefully we live. All right. Put that there. There we go. Hey, Scorpio, thank you for the 2 months. Oh, biscuits. It's not there. I'll go this way for safety. Can you repeat about Grafton? Oh, Grafton is going to be the next update, but we don't have a date yet. Son of a... It's upstairs. Still funny knowing Blair Witch was filmed in Maryland. Yeah. Yeah, I got to meet the director, the creator of it. don't think Doc has any clue. Doc. I don't know how to tell you this. I have a feeling he wants my love.
No! Well, Flash, how about you, come and get your love?
Come and get your love.
He hates this camera. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm gonna pick up the camera and I'm gonna taunt the ghost.
It's gonna hunt. It's gonna hunt. I'm bringing in the other smudge and a crucifix as well. It's gonna hunt.
Hey, I dare you.
Joe, thank you for the prime, dude.
Now, I've got the camera. I've got
Why is
the
Twitch
power.
insisting on so many ads? It's 3 minutes of ads for every hour. Yeah. It's 3 minutes of ads every hour to stop ads for an entire hour. That's why. Yeah. All right. Good luck.
Wait, what do you mean?
Good luck. Aren't you the mailman, man? You very aggressively opened that door.
I was
right.
shocked.
I was shocked. All right, I'm gonna go get the power because we have yet to turn that on.
Normally a good thing to do.
Yeah. Doc is my teacher. This is very, very true. This is very, very true. Come and get your love. Spider? No spider. Giggity, 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 goo. Yeah, what's it gonna do now? Hey, Meg. Thank you. Thank you so much, Fran. All right.
Okay.
I'm ready. Oh, God, I'm not ready.
Oh, hey, all right.
We have dots and orbs. Oh, where's my...
Roger that. Dots orbs.
Dude, this thing's a jerk. It keeps knocking over the... Like, it really doesn't want to be filmed.
No, it doesn't. Are you a yokai? Are you a yokai?
So technically, Doc get the credit for help. Yeah, kind of.
Banshee. I'm gonna go get the parabolics, and I'm gonna listen for a banshee scream.
Okay, I have the sound recorder, hoping to get the same thing.
Well,
Dude, that would look. Why did that look fast?
Wait, what?
The dots walking. It just looks speedy. Is this a Raiju?
Speedy dudes.
Speedy dude,
You know
speedy
what that
dude, speedy
means.
dude. What's that mean? Oh, okay.
By the way, I really suck at trying to fake out the front door. Just.
Do you know what it just touched? It just touched that up there. That. Okay, that looked normal speed. All right, hopefully that'll protect me. What is the cursed? I'm not sure. I didn't look yet. All the action was happening right here in the front, so I just kind of stayed here and went with it. Yeah. Places to go, people to kill. What is the best map to get the Doom Slate achievement? Edgefield. It's the closest to the front door.
Banshee scream. In 3, 2, 1.
Whee.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
Oh, I think I heard it.
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Banshee scream in 3, 2, 1.
One of us.
Oh, sorry, wrong button. I pressed the wrong
Didn't
button.
work.
It didn't work. I don't think it worked.
This is another supremely disengaged ghost right now.
I don't know why this keeps happening.
ghost- Perhaps it's taking pity on us. Maybe it just wants to be friends.
Looking for a pal?
Yeah. Hey, ghost, you looking for a pal?
I mean, this.
Couldn't do a lot better than what's standing in the foyer right now. I promise you that. Hey, let's go.
What about this hunt that's about to happen right now?
Ah, correction. It's about to happen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hadouken! I got some blinky lights.
I got blinky. Oh, it's over there chucking pillars.
Hey!
Ghost fart inbound.
Oh, wow. It went right past me and went for you.
Oh, no. It went for you on my screen.
Ah. I see.
Massy, ma.
Chat really wants us to save your dog.
Okay. Well, that is, that is very kind of them. I do appreciate that. I'll go ahead and get her.
Okay.
There's Miss Josie. All right. I got her. I'm going to throw her. I'm going to put her on the porch. There we go.
Who's a good Bobby? You're a
That's
good Bobby.
right. It's raining out there. I don't want her to get wet.
So we do have. I don't know. On the off chance the door suddenly unlocked itself. I
Where can we find the key to some of these hiding places?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I heard
It was
All right,
thunder.
I'm getting into that. I'm getting into that mode, and I gotta settle it down. Okay. Too much
Where?
coffee. All right.
Doc, I think I heard one of your jokes. It just gave me a laughter.
Okay.
It was hard to tell if it was a sympathy laugh or it was genuine.
Well, I'm pretty accustomed to the sympathy laugh. It was probably that.
If you check the journal, it was a ha 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 ha.
Oh, hold on. I'll check it. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm here to protect him. That was nice. Yeah.
Oh,
Caesar,
yeah,
welcome in.
definitely sympathy.
Exodus, hello.
Definitely.
Oh! Just threw that painting at you.
Well, so much for sympathy. Is that a hockey team? What is that?
What?
Why is there this random child in the middle?
The painting is face down for me. I can't.
Oh, well, hold on. It's face up for me. Hold on.
You can't pick it up.
Oh, I can't touch that painting.
No, but it's not a mare, by the way.
Okay. Get cooked. Get your nuts roasted.
Get your nuts roasted. What a way to threaten a ghost. Get your nuts cooked.
You just scared me by
They can do that now? Cranberry, thank you for the sub. We had another singing event. Yeah, he's trying to cook his nuts. Did you see that?
I don't know. I'm accustomed to ghosts being more forthcoming with their evidence. This ghost is not.
Well, I mean, we have the evidence. The issue is that that's it. It's not trying to do anything else. It's not doing urate things. We might just have to make it hunt. We might have to go find what the cursed object is and do it again.
All right. I will check the attic for tarot cards.
Roger that. Banshee, maybe. That was not a whale. No. I'll keep listening, though. Advice for new guy. Always know where to hide. Always, always, always know where to hide. Come on, dude. Me. How do you get away from a hunt? Using things like incense, like this thing I'm holding.
No tarot card.
Roger that. Sad little creek. Oh, dude, this is crazy. Crazy. It's not, I mean, the lights are on, so it's not going to be throwing things.
No mirror.
What the French toast?
Whatever you do not report to the trophy room to try to find the mirror. It is not in here. Oh. Hey, guy.
Hey. I think so.
Judging by the Frank that you have in your hand, I'm thinking that it might be Frank. Okay.
To be frank.
Wait, all right, I got a smudge. Where are you gonna hide?
Let's see. Is there hiding in here? Yeah, there you go.
All right.
These are all open.
I'll take the closet on the right. Just
all right,
to make
I'll
sure
take the last one.
nothing terrible happens.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Wait.
Sounds pretty normal. Fly, Frank, fly! Oh, I hit him with him.
Aha, idiot! Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it's to see us now, right? There he goes. Hey, there he is. All right, we got a guy. He's on the way.
All right. Okay. All right. Wait. Right. Left. Right.
I think he was definitely chasing me, Doc.
Okay. Roger that.
Oh, he went upstairs. Where'd they go? Doc, no!
I will find you. Oh God!
Doc, no! Why'd you smudge?
I'm scared. I don't know.
Gosh dang it, Doc. I don't know if it chased you or not.
I'm pretty confident it was chasing me.
I'm actually not sold.
It was near me.
Okay. Where are there? You have your comfort pillow.
Absolutely, my comfort pillow.
Why is this upside down over here?
Set it
All
right.
right. It absolutely was chasing me. I know that for sure. Prakani, thank you. All right.
Okay.
Oh God.
So we're thinking it's not Yokish.
I don't know. I didn't do an official test. I mean, if it's a Yuri, it's an absolute butt cheese because it hasn't done its ability at all. You also smudge when you get scared? That's fair.
Taking note of the butt cheese.
Roger that. Now, if it does hunt right now, that's unfortunate.
In here. Oh, they're in the front foyer.
Because Doc's not here. Oh, hello, Dots. Spicy.
That crucifix will save my life.
Dude, this can't be a banshee, right? This has to be like a yokai. A crappy one because we've been talking non-stop down here.
Yeah. Do you want me to go hide somewhere? I can go hide somewhere.
I could hide. We know it chased me. We don't know if it chased you.
Okay. All right. I will stand.
If you stay maybe at the top of the steps, maybe then it'll see you, then start coming this way. It did multiple singing events. Actually, multiple. Dutch!
Won't it be coming this way anyway?
Well, I'll get out of the way. It's hunting.
So do I run?
Yes! Yes! Run! I'm still not convinced.
Hey, Ghosty, hey!
That sounded normal speed. That sounded normal speed, by the way. Like, are we sure it chased you? Yeah, it'll be coming downstairs, and then we'll see what it does. It's ignoring you, isn't it? Banshee. answering me. Did it leave you alone?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
It had line of
okay.
sight on me in the hallway, and it turned and went
Little
into the
Lily,
trophy
hello. No, you're
room,
fine.
And it made some noises. It was like.
Minty, it sounds fine on my end, friend.
I'm not sold. You should do it again. No, I will not do it again.
Well, I mean, even if you did, if we're both in there, you can't die. So, like, what's the difference? But no, I'm Gucci. It would find a way. It still would hunt you. No. The only reason I would even want you to go back in would be if you're trying to get things. But if we're just trying to get the ghosty, whatevs.
I'm fine with just getting the ghosty, but if you want to get things,
I'm cool. I'm good with it. I'm good. Well, I can't get the content. It's chasing me.
Oh. If you want to get me content, I'm fine with you going back in.
Oh, I mean, if you want that, would you like to walk through the ghost? I could go hide. Maybe you could get a banshee scream, like chasing it down or something, you know?
No.
Okay, it's up to you.
Flash.
Yeah.
Listen, hold on. Let me just get rid of this.
Okay. Serious talk.
Serious talk. Your life is more important to me than the content. It's more important to me. You know why, Flash?
No.
'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings.
As good for you as it was for me because it was great.
I could probably have another and be satisfied.
Yeah, thank you. May I have another? I don't know that I could do that again without
No, that's okay.
harming myself.
That's
all right.
That's a good point. All right.
Okay.
Got Banshee in your boat?
Roger that. Banshee booked.
Banshee book. The the proximity chat of him walking away. That's why I love this game. You just can't beat it. It's too good. It was deeply touching.
Welcome back.
I had a feeling. The fact I got 0 paranormal screams, like any sort of like whispering at all.
Yeah, this was just a very uninvolved banshee.
It was a butthole. Golden Eagle, welcome in. Blob, Ghosted. Thank you for the sub. We should what?
We should have checked it.
We should have checked it. All right, you know what? You know what I'm sick of?
What's that?
I'm sick of these darn tootin' ghosts doing nothing.
Me too.
So we're doing a no sanity, no evidence run.
I was with you right up until that point, but hey, you know what? I'm ready.
Okay.
I like this challenge. I'm excited.
I think it is going to go just swell.
I think you're right.
And you know why?
Try. What's a what? What? I'm sorry.
What's a what?
What's a what?
What's a what?
You're running in place right now. You're like basically Michael Jackson moonwalking, but not going anywhere.
Oh wait, hold on. Here. On my screen right now, my feet aren't moving.
That was amazing.
One of those hoverboards.
Yeah. One of those hoverboards all the kids are on.
Put one of them there. Now doing a hoverboard.
I got something for you, Flash. Here we
All
go.
right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Never mind. Okay. Let's go back to the gusto and we'll
did you like did you silently like fart or something? What'd you do?
No, I was just crouching and uncrouching. It's not as cool as just floating around the room.
Oh, and on my screen I literally saw nothing. That sucks. Okay. It's fine. Tanglewood, your happy place. That's a great map.
I'm ready.
All right.
Tanglewood Drive.
Zero evidence.
No evidence.
Zero sanity.
Zero sanity.
Power starts on.
Power's on.
Ghost is normal speed. We are normal speed.
We are so normal.
Well, that's debatable.
Fine. What do you mean debatable? We're going to be... This is great. I'm ready. I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. I think it's going to go really, really well. He does... Oh, he does have a smudge. Okay, he does have a smudge.
Wait, did you say there was no power? Like, we can't do power?
No, we do have power. Power starts even... It starts on.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, you literally just said that like 3 seconds.
That's correct. Oh, and you're just running on in there, huh? All right.
It's just an event.
You okay?
Yes, but my Fruit of the Looms have seen better days.
Are your tidy whiteys not so whitey anymore?
No, my tidy whiteys are brownie frowny right now.
We need to start a new brand of underwear. Get your pair of brownie frownies.
It was the only thing I could think of that rhymed.
Do you have an oopsie poopsie in your brownie frownies?
In your brownie brownies?
Why is it not hunting? Oh, it's hunting. I wonder where it started. I don't trust. Oh.
Oh. That's... is that an awe of recognition, or is that just a... Okay.
It's
maybe
all
just
we
a
lived.
connection.
Oh.
We did live.
Where did it spawn?
It must have come from pretty far away,
Was
because
it garage?
I was standing in this general area and I didn't see it because I was too busy running for my life.
Okay. I heard the oh!
Yeah.
Why is it not? All right, it's gonna hunt. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, oh, oh.
I'm scared of
Doc, why? Well. Oh shit, I didn't grab the key. Oh my god. Don, thank you for the 1 year. He had a smudge on him, right? Yeah, there it is. Backup smudge. He was not, it was really, 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 really close to him too. A bit late, you're good. No worries. All right, I'm gonna go turn off this dang car. Why didn't he smudge? I'm not exactly sure. I don't have a response for you. I would love for this ghost to not be in the garage though. That'd be super sick. So what I'll do is I'll lead it out of the garage and then I'll lead it out of the garage and then we'll go back to the garage so I can get line of sight and watch it. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't. I'm not exactly sure. It's proving that Flash is more deadly. Hey! It is not my fault. Wonder how his brownie frownies are doing. Or frowny brownies. Would they be frowny brownies? I think frowny brownies is the way. I think that's what they're called. So we're thinking no on a yokai, right? It came directly to me. Shut up. Yeah, look at him come right back to me. It's very normal. This is a very, very normal ghost. Normal blinkies, normal speed, normal literally everything. I don't know how much we're going to get out of this turd. Chill, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I did smudge, but I also did not do a smudge timer. I think I was far enough. I didn't really get line of sight, did I? What ghost are we thinking? I don't know. I'm not sure. I could bring some things in to check. Let's do one smudge. Bring this. Go back in. Spirit? The only way we're going to know if it's a spirit is if it waits 3 minutes. Crucifix. Here. What ghosty can we eliminate? Give me a sec. Hey! Oni. Can eliminate Oni. We can eliminate a lot. We'll see if it hunts. More than likely not an Onryo. Probably not Thay, Moroi, Dio, Raiju, Twins, Revi, Phantom, Oni. I'm assuming that was less than 180. Thank you, Mr. Carr. What are we doing? Hey. Doing a no sanity, no evidence run. The ghost, you son of a bitch. The ghosts are being very stubborn. So we figured we'd spice it up a little bit. Get salt. I have salt. It's at the door. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the congrats. Hey. I need that. Quiet footsteps? Maybe. Yamini? I'm waiting for it to hunt. I don't want to look at the journal yet. Okay. Did I not grab my headlamp? Son of a bitch. Fail. Absolute fail. All right, turn that back on. There we go. All right, we'll hang out with Mr. Doc's body. Smudge. I'll check the salt after this. No Hantu. Myling's still up in the air. I did not see a shapeshift. I don't think it tried to hunt with me in the room. It's not a shade. It turned off the power. It's not a Jinn. Not a yokai. I did that test. All right, we'll see. Doc, are you stacking plates? Why not a Hantu? Not a Hantu based on the speed of the ghost being normal in every room. Yeah. Maybe that is a Myling. You know, I'm going Myling. That does seem very quiet. Like, I could hear all of that activity. All of that activity. All right, going Myling, Doc. And I could not hear a single footstep coming from the other side of the house. Let me, ow. Yeah, let's go for it. He's tiptoeing around. That little sneaky bastard. All right, let's get out of here. Let's bring Mr. Doc back so we can do it again. Myling. Crimson, thank you for the 2 years. Doc. Yeah, he was, he's a brave man. He was doing the loop-de-loop and pull, and the ghost pulled.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
It seemed very quiet.
Yeah. You can
What
always
leaves
tell it's a
EMF
Myling
after
when the
burning a
sounds of
crucifix?
your,
Every ghost.
Your crunching vertebrae are louder than the ghost sounds.
That's a dead giveaway.
Just so you know, it's a Myling.
Sorry, I must have missed that part.
That's okay. I tried.
Oh my God.
So, Flash,
Thank
what were
you, Jesse.
your big hints that it was a Myling? Like, what? Walk us through your thought process.
Okay. The reason we were thinking Myling after doing a couple of tests is because the ghost was across the house. I could hear it throwing objects, touching doors, and doing a lot of different stuff, and I could not hear the footsteps. I did not hear the footsteps until I saw my flashlight on the floor blinking. When I saw those both happen at the same time, Myling.
Roger that. I gotta be honest. I tried the flashlight trick,
Yeah.
and I apparently don't understand how sound.
Usually, okay, the easier giveaway beyond the flashlight is if you're able to hear a bunch of objects being thrown during the hunt, doors being touched and all that stuff, and you don't hear it walking around. That's typically a Myling. Yeah.
I'm gonna file that one away in the old noggin.
Sir,
Nice.
yes, sir.
I am enlightened.
Trying to get the drop. Do exclamation point drop.
Be enlightened.
Exclamation point drops, I mean.
All right.
All right, let's do it again. I believe in
What
you.
you got? We're doing it again.
We're doing it again.
I got it this time.
I go.
I'm not gonna die. I guarantee it.
Which small map do you want to do?
Did we do a Willer already? I feel like we
No.
didn't do a Willer yet. Did we do a Willer? Let's do a Willer.
We haven't.
Where there's a Willer, there's a Wayer. Monty, you can ready.
Oh my God.
All right.
Hey, Spicy Pam. All right. I believe.
I believe as well.
I believe. Oh, he's just off to the races. He just goes. It's going to start hunting him before we even get the chance to get in there. Watch this. Truthful, thank you for the gifted sub. Okay, good.
This
He
time I'm
waited.
not just gonna go barging in there.
I do appreciate that. I was like, he's just going to go running in.
Yeah, no. This time, we're playing. Oh wait, I forgot a flashlight. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Roger that. We don't have any cursed objects. None of that jazz. You think it's a mare? All right. We have no indicators of anything yet, so I don't know. I'll leave that on the ground so I don't accidentally have a flashlight on when it starts hunting me. I feel like I have something on my tongue. You're sure it's one of the 24? All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Count us down and then we go.
Okay. In 7, 6, 5.
You son of a...
What are you gonna do, Ghost? Nothing. You got nothing. You probably slipped on a banana peel, idiot.
It's not Mario Kart. Wah! Clearly it's a Moro.
Really good Luigi.
Oh, thanks.
Holy cow. I am impressed.
When you play enough Mario Kart with the kiddos, you know?
Yeah. My kids only play Roblox. Look, don't you want to play Mario Kart? I bought you Switch.
Hey guys, I bought you all the maps. Shut up, Dad. Okay.
Oh.
I can't hear the ghost. I can't hear the ghost. All I hear is Mario Kart. Oh, it's a crawler. Ugh. Ugh. Hey, Doc, run. Doc, run. Doc, run. Run, Doc, run. Run, Doc, run.
I don't like it. I'm running as fast as I can. This is as fast as I can go. Okay.
Dang, it's already over? Holy crap.
I'm glad because it was right up my hiney.
Oh. All right. Seem pretty normal. You're not my real dad. Careful, SpongeBob. That's right. All right. Now we watch it again.
And we're
just got blue shelled
through these doors, right? We're positive.
Wait. What? The doors?
We're positive it can't see us through these doors.
Correct.
It can't, right?
It cannot.
Because I remember I did snake killed by a Dio.
What is going on?
The ghosts are being finicky today. They're a little finicky.
They are a little finicky. I would agree with you. Just talking to the ghost and tagging that actually do anything. It is. It is said that saying the ghost's name can make it more active, but we were never given a straightforward answer as to how much. All right, he's gonna loop it. Doc, are you gonna loop it?
Yes.
It's right here, Doc.
Oh, wait, it's a crawler, right? I'm not gonna loop it. No.
It is not quiet. I would agree with you. I would agree with you 100%. It sounds too loud for a Myling. Absolutely. Thank you for the Prime. You just followed. My God. Kobo, thank you. Hey. I smudged it. Okay, I'm gonna go get more stuff.
It's like a terrifying Shih Tzu.
Line of sight, yeah. Bye, Afki. Have a good one. Iron, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Sin, thank you again. Appreciate it, man. Creepy crawler. Ugh, gross. All right, let's bring... I do have timers going, so we want to be a little swift. I'm going to bring this. No, I already have cruise. No, I'm going to bring another one. F it. Let's go. Let us go. The 2 drops for Faz? Yeah, but there was one. The first week of drops...
We're thinking that's normal speed, right?
Yeah. There was 1 week of drops, and then after that first week, no more animated. Now it is the non-animated version. It ends the 15th. Did you start here or there? You started over there. I don't know what room you're in now. Let's pretend you're here. I hope you're here. Oh. Never mind, you're here. Why? Why what? That was just why? Because, you know, life. Yeah. Oh, Green, I appreciate it, man. 2, thank you for the 2 months. Ew, 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 ew. Oh my God. Doc! Why did you do this, Doc? Is that an Oni? Doc, Did that seem pretty visible? I was fine. I had a smudge. All right, I'm taking this out. That did it shapeshift? No. The ghost model can crawl or stand. I just think I wasn't paying attention the first couple hunts. I think this is an Oni. We'll watch it again. Maybe it was so ugly. I'm just not looking at it. Ugh. Oh, Doc. He'll gross a child. I know. All right, let's watch it now. That's an Oni. Okay, yeah. Why is it, I don't know why the first couple hunts, it just didn't register to me. Yeah, that's an Oni. 100%. Solo? No. I'm running with my buddy Doc. Not a banshee? Yeah. All right. Doc, it's an Oni. Sorry you're dead. Bye. Is the badge worth it? What? The Twitch badge? I mean, you just have to have a tab open for 2 hours. I'd say it's worth it. Unless your computer is like really about to die and you can't open another tab or you possibly risk your computer exploding, I'd say it's probably worth it. Yeah. You have to do zero amount of work and get a free badge out of it. Yeah. That's right. I'm getting very close to 10K. I know. Extremely close.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for
Doc, why did you do that? He's talking. Uh-huh. Go on. What did the octopus say then?
There was an octopus? Or can you not hear me?
I couldn't hear you. Now I can.
Anyway, as I was saying, I knew that it was an Oni.
Okay.
When I was in the other room, and I'm like, oh my God, it's an Oni. I must tell Flash. And then I ran in.
You ran forward?
Then the ghost. Yeah. And then the
That would
ghost
actually been
out of nowhere.
That would have been way funnier. Flash! It's an no!
Okay. So that means I actually have to figure out what the ghost is this next time.
Yeah.
All right, done. Okay.
All right, we're doing it on Edgefield this time.
Roger that. Edgefield.
Okay. Is APOC 3 way harder now? I would say no. Edgefield Road 42.
Run 42.
Edgefield 42.
Come on over to 42.
Figuring out how to set the tags. Now I'm overwhelmed with all the tags I have. I know. And there's like a million different roles that you can get inside of the servers too, especially mine.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's go. Gonna find the ghost. Gonna live. Let's go.
Yeah, totally ready.
Yeah, let's go. You got this.
Hey, yeah.
Easy. All right. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nope, it's too late. It's too
I
late.
always get nervous when
I smudged. I didn't want him to die. No, Splat. It's zero sanity, zero evidence. No. We don't know if it's a demon or not. Wow. What a hole. Grabbing another smudge. BRB. Oh, I thought it touched the front door. I was like, you sneaky bastard.
Did you just play the piano? No, you didn't.
No, I definitely did not.
Do you have really, really, really long fingers?
Ew. Rusty spoons. Ugh. Oh, hey, it lit the fire over here, by the way.
Oh, we can light our smudges on it if we need.
Yes, we could. Great, Bubba. Thank you for the 3 months. Congrats on 200K. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I freaking appreciate it. Fart out on a candle. Ugh. Ugh. It's no Onryo? I'd say no. If it's an Onryo, then we have more information.
Get a camera and look for ghost orbs. What do you think? What do you think?
Not a terrible idea, because we don't know.
Roger that. Finally, my ideas have worked their way up to not terrible.
You know, not the worst thing you've thought of.
I know a couple of mollusks that have had ideas that are worse.
Oh my. It's getting feisty. Careful.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any orbs.
Okay. Raiju? No. I'd say no because it wasn't fast near electronics. Stop.
Get evidence done.
Wait, what? If this is an Onryo, I have new information. Dude, it's so aggressive. I don't know if I'm sold. Okay, I'm gonna check for the breaker.
Okay, good luck.
Oh no, it's in the base Monte. Stop.
Should I go stand in the basement? Oh, the you
No,
the breaker's in the
The
basement.
breaker's
I
in the
got it.
basement.
I got it.
Friend started playing fast. I told him that if it blew the candle out, it was about to hunt. Well, that's just mean.
Power's on.
Roger that. Was that Yurei stuff?
Just call me the pretty popular power princess.
Prince of Power.
Boy smudged. I'm gonna die. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Doc, 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 run, run, Doc, run!
Looping it. I was gonna loop it. I was looping. I was.
Oh man, come on. Okay, anyway, he did loop it. Gotta be fair, he did loop it. He did what he said he was gonna do. Gotta be fair. Yeah, it's another damn kid ghost. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, thank you for the pro. I'm going Yurei. Ew. I would agree. Ew. Absolute ew. I saw the door touch earlier.
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for you.
You know, I'm starting to regret the fact that I had one good looping day one time, like one
You
really
just
good looping
really,
day.
really bank on that being you now at all times.
Yeah, like I thought I was the looping guy.
Listen,
and I am not.
To be
I am
no,
really
no, no, no,
not.
no, no. To be fair to you, there does seem to be some odd stuff happening where it seems like the ghosts have further reach than they should. So you need to be really careful when you're looping. That if you think it's even gonna be kind of close, you smudge and run.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely smudged in one way.
Oh, your brownie frownies.
Yeah.
Lag is real no matter what the region. That's correct. Yes, sir. Mr. Mike,
right.
how's it going, sir?
We call it a
Guy, thank you for the follow.
posterior smudge. That's what I was doing.
Oh my. All right. How many more do you got?
I think I've got like one or two more.
Okay.
One or two. Do we want to?
Do you want to do a regular, like a no sanity, no evidence?
Flash, I want to do whatever you want to do. Just being in your presence, learning. There's so I'm like a freaking sponge, just absorbing all of that FlashForce knowledge. If you know what I mean. Wait, why aren't you saying anything? It's push to talk. Push to talk. Hello? Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. All right. So you could hear me then. Okay. All right.
You make me sick. Absolutely sick.
Is it-
You
is
hear
it-
me?
Is it hot in here right now? Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's do one more of these because they're fast
One
and then we'll
more.
do a regular. Yes.
Roger that. Done and done. I am ready.
It's so disgusting. Makes me sick. On my phone, how do I get the back? If you go to twitch.tv/drops. What? Doc is not okay. I don't think he is either. Corner room shade, shut up.
You just cut yourself off,
That's
sir.
right.
I win!
Take that, me.
Wait, why am I? Oh my God! Stop!
What?
I've got a thermometer and an EMF detector for our no
Why
evidence
is,
run.
why is Goofy here for the no evidence run? Well, I got my thermometer.
Hello, killed.
All right, I have a smudge. It does help to find the room. You're right. It is helpful. I didn't get that light on over there, so I can't see it. Come on. I might have been too far away for that. I'd say that's not a solid yokai test. UK. Hey, Alex, how are you? Rain, thank you for the sub. You did it.
Okay, what information did we learn? I learned that sounded normal steppy to me.
It did sound normal steppy. That there's a possible yokai in our midst. I'm not sold on the test that I did though. Hey, it's hunting.
So am I. Are you okay? You okay?
Is this a mimic?
You okay? Come here. Footsteps are faster.
Do we have a
Those
mimic?
Footsteps were faster. Did you hear them?
Yeah. Let's go get a camera.
All right.
That was way too fast for twins. No shot.
I think
That
I'm
was-
picking up what you're putting down. You want to go look for some gorbs.
All right, here you go. Hey,
What? Oh, I'm okay.
there you go. Now you're picking up what I'm putting down. Okay.
Metaphor complete. Achievement unlocked.
Too fast for twins? That was way too fast. Absolutely.
Level clear.
I love this game. Oh, look, there's an orb. It's a mimic.
Oh my God, did you get it through the window?
Yeah, it's right there.
Wait. I just have a reflection.
Back up.
Oh, I see it. You're right.
I can't see squat. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, it's a mimic. Mimicry.
Nice.
Well, that's easy money, sir. I mean, listen.
I agree.
Hey.
Just kidding. It's a joke. It's a little joke. It's a
I
little.
seen it. You better relax yourself. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay, okay. Hey, I'm calmer than you are, you know.
Hey, I'm cool as cucumber, you know?
You're cool for school.
Too cool. Cool like a fool in a swimming pool. All right. I say that, you know what? That's a dub. We take that as a win. Make sure you have Mimic marked.
Nailed it. It's marked.
Someone does. He just likes to test the waters. He likes to see what's possible, what's not.
Welcome back.
Frickin' Mimic. I do love it though. It is my favy. Guys, I have ads that are coming soon. I might go ahead and run them now.
Starting with the video camera outside and looking in the rooms.
It doesn't hurt.
Because I honestly did not know that you could do that because I don't
You just didn't know. That's not a big deal.
know things.
Listen, the ghost, when you haven't even opened the door yet, you can see orbs through the windows. The orbs are always present. The ghost is not active until you open an exterior door.
Okay.
Yes. So the orbs are always there. That's why you're able to see them on like prison in one of the blocks before you go and open the front door.
What if I lick the front door? If I'm just like, you know, like, is it active then? What if I tickle?
Depends on whose house.
Like,
I think the old door tickle. I have heard about that.
Yeah.
You love Doc. Doc is quite a specimen.
Just walk up to the front door and
Ew. Can you imagine?
Okay. All right.
You gotta open your front door. Some kids just there to just get the hell out of here.
Get off my and stop licking my door.
All right. Why don't you pick where we go, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and run the ads. It's 3 minutes. It's just gonna be the setup. You're not gonna miss much. 3 minutes long. That's it.
Probably. Are we still doing?
We're doing Nightmare now.
Nightmare again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you,
What would
Rosie.
we consider a reasonably good challenge? Do we want to point at the hope?
We could. We have
point
not
at
done
the
that
hope.
today.
I am hopeful about our
But our brownie frowny point hope point hope nopa
point hope. Point hope.
what is your opinion if we get a new ghost being like in Demonologist where the ghosts choose one player to be friendly with?
We got some jobs for you.
Shut
up! You don't even know what you're talking about.
Dang, dude. I mean, a Banshee is kind of like that, like a reverse style of it, where it's okay with everybody else except one player.
First object.
Timmy cosplay. Listen, you're gonna get in trouble doing stuff like that.
Thank you. It's always helped me. Every time you've said that, I've survived. Thanks, Steve. Okay, here we go.
Thanks, Steve.
I've been forgetting to do this.
Case 259. Thanks. Capture a photo of the ghost, detect the paranormal sound with the parabolic's microphone, and cleanse the area near the ghost using incenses.
Sledge. Oh my God. Mr.
Amanda.
Sledge, how is it going, sir? How is the fam? Good to see you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Doc's giving me, look what I found, Father. Dorian, thank you. Remember, it's Nightmare. You don't have to be too fearful just yet.
Roger that. I am not scared.
And if you don't ring that bell, you will die. Okay.
Wow, could have used a little bit more notice on that one.
Roger that. I'll spend, once Doc and I split, I will do the good wheel spin, by the way. I don't want to make him have to wait. Hey, our shower's unlocked. That's cool.
Nice.
Check from time to time. Not my, hey, I appreciate it. Listen, I do the same thing. I still watch the videos. I might not be playing, but I still watch the vids. I can appreciate people and their contents.
Oh, found the bone.
Roger that.
Yeah.
You're doing good, kid. You're doing good.
This dude had really thick shins.
Wait a minute. I thought you actually found the bone.
No. Come on.
No, I thought it was like a small bone down here. And then he
No.
started to describe the ore. Oh, man. Got me good.
Massive bone in the middle of the room.
You got me good. You got me good. Stupid. All right, you want to play sausage in the hole?
Wait, actually, different expression on the heels of that comment. What did you say?
I said, do you want to play sausage in the hole? Get yourself a sausage.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Can I grab the egg?
I don't think so. No.
All right. Now what's happening?
All right, so we're gonna go up here. Keep her going. Keep her going.
Okay.
So we get to the game room. Here we are. Okay. All right. So then what you do, the game is that you stand across the table right here. No, you can stand over here. You're fine over here. Like over here is fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your goal is to make it from this side over to that hole right there with your with the sausage.
Spot.
Yes.
Okay. Ready? First try.
Nailed it.
That makes such a satisfying sound when it hits the table.
All right, hold on. Let me give it a try. All right.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare on the first try.
Here we go. I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think I'm going to get it.
Don't you do it.
Here we go. Zinga. Oh, let's go.
I just want to say thank you all for being here today. It's been loads of fun. Stream has been great. All right, I'm going to go.
Listen, you get back here. You get back here, you do your job.
All right.
I believe in you. All right. The sound really is just a thing, isn't it? No, trust the system. Hey, come over here to like the cue ball. Scooch. Yeah, there. Now do it. Back in the demolition days.
Spirits of my ancestors. To toss this swaggle across the universe. In 3, 2,
oh, it worked!
Let's go!
It worked! Yeah!
Sisters, you're amazing! Thank you!
He's a pro! Oh, man. See, now that's what you do. You do that every time you get on this map, okay?
Oh, I just treasure these moments. All right. Outstanding.
And we have no idea where the ghost is. All right, sounds good.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Sledge! Don't talk about Carl like that. He's a gentleman. All right, let's go back and get the... I'm going to go back and get my other equipment.
Okay.
Wait, did we turn the power off? Or do we never had the lights on here? All right, he dropped that. I dropped this. Okay, there we go. Angelic. Doc is a gem. Oh, it's the ocean. Oh my god, I thought it was hunting. Are we placing our bets that this ghost is all the way at the top? The auto-tune gave him strength? I think it did too. Nothing's out of place here. Fire anything yet?
I found a skull.
Oh, that's cute.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well, Horatio.
I swear, the ghost is gonna be up here. No.
There's the weirdest squish sound when you change floors here. It's like...
Yeah, the audio.
Oh, yeah!
Son
Nice.
of it's all the way up here, dude. Oh man.
Well, I could use the cardio. So
Yeah. Hey, there's Locker hiding, by the way. Who's the other guy? His name is Doc. Yeah, I don't know if we can get a shout out for Mr. Doc right now or not. We weren't even sure if we were going to be playing together today. It's always spontaneous whenever we decide to play together. It just happens. He's free, I'm free, so we just play.
Okay. Are we there yet?
you were just praising the cardio.
Well, that was before my knees started to hurt.
After like 2 floors. Listen, if you're going to be a sausage in the hole pro, you have to have good cardio.
Flexible knees, apparently.
Flexible knees, that's right. It's all in the hips.
Just getting in the groove, baby. Yeah, we'll practice your groove on someone else.
No, you're just easing attention, baby. Just easing attention. Yeah, ease your attention on somebody else.
That's right.
I don't know if I'm excited or
Rest in
sad
peace,
for the
Carl
second
Weathers.
one.
Yeah,
I'm torn.
It's tough to say, isn't it? It's on Netflix, right? It's going to be on Netflix.
I can only
isn't it?
assume.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take one of these because I feel like just naturally we've lost it. We're talking about Happy Gilmore 2. No, Bob. No, Bob.
I'm going to go ahead.
Do I have a smudge on
I'll
me?
take
I
this.
do. I'm gonna bring Dootskis and a Camerato.
I'm going to bring a
Thank you.
spirit
Thank you.
box
Thank you for the shout
and a
out.
little writing journal.
Hey, Raymond, how's it going? Mango, thank you for the 10 months, by the way. And Shark, thank you for the 8 months. Devil's Wolf, thank you for the 21. I appreciate you, friends. All right, let's do the thing. Again, today I'm definitely ending as close to 4 as I possibly can because me and the missus are going to be going out on a date, getting away from our children. Before you even own the game, hey, let's go. I mean, how do you think we all learned the game? I learned a bunch by watching people before I even played. Time zone. I am in the northeast. So my time zone's EST. In an hour that a little bit less. Yeah, a little bit less. Mr. Rafa. Hello, sir. Let's turn. Wait, I can't.
EMF 5 confirmed.
Oh, my Lanta. Any orbicals?
Can you give us a sign?
I'm here.
Are you?
Right here.
Are you near?
Yes.
Are you far?
No.
Can you give me a sign? Can you give me the last 4 digits of your credit card number?
Which one?
The good one.
Oh. 4, 4, 4, 4.
4 4 4 4 4 4.
4 score 4 4.
Okay, Abe Lincoln. 7 years ago. Where are you? Are you
All right,
here?
let me get away so you can check that again.
Okay.
Check the ceiling. Oh, like the orbs were not even low enough for you to see? You had to look all the way up? Really?
I don't think it's gonna.
Give Doc a little jump scare? I don't know if I can. Do I have... Hold on. I mean, I could try. You know how you know you got him? If he goes completely still. What happened? Was there a ghost? What happened? Are you okay?
FlashForce.
Oh, yes,
Guess
manager. Yes.
I hate you.
I'm just listen. I'm just trying to drum up business for our brownie frownies.
Yeah, okay. Well, you did great because I just made a year's supply. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Oh man. So anyway, EMF 5. Anything else?
No. Oh, hunting? Question mark?
No, I can turn the light on and off.
Okay. Be safe.
Skull on the floor. I see it. I don't have a photo camera up here. I'll bring a photo camera back up so we can take a photo of it. Keeping the smudge just in case. Because it could be a wraith. If it teleports to us, oh, we might actually poop. I'll just listen. I'll blame it on chat. Someone said to scare him. I just listened. Dewdrop, thank you for the follow. Cloud, welcome in. You can't turn the lights on and off. You can't turn lights off and on during hunts. That is correct. When the ghost is hunting, you are not capable of doing this. Whether your power is on or not, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter at all. If the lights are completely out, like the power box is turned off, you cannot flip a switch on and off if the ghost is hunting. So it's a real nice quick way, especially on this map, because like the ghost all the way at the top, I can't hear that from here. But if I want to check if it's hunting, Do one of those. And then if all of a sudden all the lights go out, but the power's still on, that means it hunted and it finished its hunt. Yeah. So fun fact, if you didn't know that, yeah, the light switch trick to test for the hunt has definitely been one of the better ones for sure. The ghosty glues the light switches. Yeah, little turd. It's like one of those guys that like glues like quarters to the ground. Yeah, something like that. Learn something every stream. Yeah, we all learn something, man. We are all learning all the time.
Okay. Imagine that. Chap wanting me to find the cursed object.
Wow. Hey, listen.
Oh,
It was just good fun.
Push to talk. Push to talk is weird. Push it.
No, it's weird. It's like I wasn't even pushing, but I was talking. And then,
I know, and then I was pushing. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna bring some salt for your UV, by the way.
Roger that.
Let's bring. I'm gonna bring photo camera.
I'm pushing. Push it.
Hey Matthew, how's it going? Very useful, more so on medium or large maps. What did you talk about, Matthew? All right, we're good to go. We have an extra smudge here. We're safe. For now. What a name. Dingle Bear Turd. That is a username. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. If you guys are trying to get information on how to do the drops, if you do ! drops, you will get the info. Yeah, it will. I don't know what time it ends on the 15th, but you don't have very long before the drops are gone. I was not trying to get my friend. I was just trying to scare him. Oh.
Got him.
Damn you, Morgan Freeman. Damn you.
I need a cooler voice mod thing.
Although the voice mod, when you're laughing with him, though, it's even better. Just ha, 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 ha.
Ow.
Oh, God. Did you actually hurt yourself on the way up?
Well, I don't know. Like, I kind of get into the game, and I was really stuck on the center pole.
Oh. All right. There's a thing. Someone said to check the ceiling. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Nothing.
Yes, something.
Nothing.
Something.
Oh, yes, something.
There's literally something.
Something.
Wait.
Something.
Possible O-Bakery? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. That slammed in my face. I have now contributed to our company. No, that wasn't. I can't hear you. That scared the crap out of me. The door slammed in my face because it evented.
Oh, all I heard was you make a startled sound, and I was like, okay, well, I'm getting out of here. Flash can take care of himself, and it's going to be fine.
Oh, my God. Hey, what's up, little? Are you going to play with viewers on the 19th or sooner? 19th. Yeah, the 19th. Watch it be, right? No, that was an event. That's what happened. I'm just wondering if what I saw there was footies disappear. The bone can say something about ghost. No. The bone is 100% random, has nothing to do with your ghost type at all. How did I know it was an event? Well, it was either an interaction where it slammed that, or I knew it was an event as soon as I saw she was like translucent. Translucent. Exhaust, it's always going to be based on my time, and I'm the east, so I live in the northeast of the United States. Thanks, Doc. I was not expecting her to be there.
Danger, FlashForce! Danger! Danger, FlashForce! Danger, danger!
Thanks, Doc. I was hoping we could like see her like shapeshift through the little slit in the vent here. I mean, in the locker.
What you would like?
Unsure. TBD. All right. Did she touch any doors? No, she started down here, and she started down here, which was the worst part. That'd be cool to see. I think I might try again. Like I might, hopefully she doesn't come this way. Hopefully we like can see this and I can actually see her shapeshift. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Thank you guys for all the follows. I appreciate you. If you guys are not in my server already, the server link is there in chat. So is the rest of the socials. If you don't see it, you can always look at my bio. You'll find it there.
How many lights am I able to turn on in this biz before the breaker breaks?
Great question.
Well, no time like present. Bye.
I mean, I'd prefer if you didn't, because I wouldn't be able to see. No, Gob, you're right. It can't be a Goryo. I just didn't check it off yet. We don't have dots. It's on Nightmare. You better not pop that breaker. I swear to God. Hey, how are you? Oh, look at you, you gem. Do you have one in you? You have one on you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Sorry,
okay.
I just realized I wasn't pressing push.
Oh no, you're okay.
Okay, and I got something else for you.
What do you got? What? Do you have? Wait, how many do you have?
Wouldn't it be something else if maybe I?
Here, do you? It's hunting.
No, it's not.
You sure
Okay,
about
yes,
that?
Okay, would you let me open this door, please? Thank you.
Throwing this away. I don't want to accidentally cycle to it. I don't think it is either. But I bet it's about to now.
Oh!
No, Doc. No, Doc. No, Doc. No, Doc. I'd say no to the Obake. I didn't see a single. I did not see a shift there at all.
Flash, I don't have matches here. Oh, crap. I don't have matches, Flash! I don't have them!
You mean this? He brought 3 smudges, but he did not bring a lighter. God damn it, Doc. Oh. I know about, dude, been there. You know, it's definitely a been there situation. Man, forgetting the lighter, I know that feeling so well. Oh, man. Oh, poor Doc. Speaking of poor Doc. All right, so the question is this a Jinn or a Myling? I really... Oh, a shark. Do you prefer tier 2 or tier 3? Tier 2. I don't like stopping the ghost in place. The ghost has yet to kick the breaker. I can't get a good line of sight with the ghost to test for a Jinn, which is an issue. Unless, wait a minute. Please have hiding here. Yes. This should be far enough away that I can test this. I just need her to come downstairs. Z, thank you for the 2 years. 2 freaking years. Hope the weekend's been amazing. It has. I hope yours has been good. Here we go. Where's the door? What is happening? It's all the way out here. Okay. It did not sprint. Unless I'm getting juked out the wazoo, I feel like this is a miling. Bingo cards next time. I would like to do bingo at some point. I've never done bingo with Phaz. So at some point, I'll do paper. Not miling, I think. Well, then it's a shape-shifting obake that is just shape-shifting when we never see it happening. The issue with trying to say it's not a miling is that we're not far away from it. Drops for 2 hours watching, correct. Yeah. That is the issue. Weekend's been great, good. So, what do we think? I'll grab a sausage. I'll grab one for Doc, too. Bingo's pretty fun. It is pretty cool. Yeah. Bingo through extension, or there's like a website that you can do where you can create cards, all that stuff. It's just a matter of figuring out the details. Yeah, I think that could be fun. A nice, fun, interactive way to do it. A little road snack. Yeah. Winter, thank you for the follow. Hera, hello. What was the curse? Didn't even see it. We weren't even paying attention. All right, Doc, I brought you a sausage. And I have one for myself. We have a couple sausages. Okay, so the question becomes... forgot cigars? No, I have them right here. It's a meat cigar. You thought it was a turd? What the hell? On a plate next to some eggs? What kind of breakfast do you have? This is what we have. The ghost has not shut the power off. But it also did not sprint at me. Unless, let me see something. The only thing, I mean, from there to there, the ghost was not that close. The bedroom door was further out, right? I think so. Kill Carol, welcome in. Hello. Should be able to smudge with a sausage. I don't know. I'm torn. I don't want to go back up and have another hunt. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Doc, I don't want to. He's dead. Yeah. Little burnt sausage. Yeah. It's quite the map for these ghosts. I know. Miling doesn't work out well. Obake, I mean, you can do that one if you just watch it enough, which I felt like I did. We watched it come down, go around. I watched it go in the corner, come back up. I did not see a shapeshift a single time. Did not see it. How long's the inside of the van in meters? Looking at about 5. Yeah. It's about 5 meters from here to here. And I believe the Jinn sprints until it gets within 3 meters. Right? I believe so. So, I mean, you're looking at like here to here. Here to here, Ghosty should be stopping the sprint, but it should, like, it was not that close to the door. I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going to go miling. Doc, I'm going to go miling. I have this sneaky that I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Because I want to bring him back. Had a lazy obake the other day. It's probably going to be an obake or something. I was hoping to be able to see the shapeshift through the, but you know, I didn't know where it was. I had no idea where the ghost was when it first hunted because of how quiet. Oh, you silly little bastard. Yeah,
An
I just
Obake.
somehow missed the Obake shift. I was just saying. I was
Hey,
like, watch
you know
this be an
what, though,
Obake.
bud?
Yeah.
You know what? You know what, good buddy? That's
Happens.
okay. I got $38. I landed.
But you didn't risk any money, though.
I successfully chucked a breakfast meat across the room
You
and into
did.
the pocket of a pool table.
Listen,
It's, you know,
You
life
risked-
is about
you
the
risked-
experiences.
you risked $0. You got,
Yeah.
you threw a breakfast meat into a hole, and
Yeah.
you made like $38. That's a day.
It is a day. It is a day. And you know what, Flash, I will say without you, these priceless moments, they just don't happen. They don't happen. And here I am, 38 ghost bucks richer
That's right.
with a smile on my face.
I don't see it.
Okay, yeah, because the model.
What we need expressions in this game.
Yeah. They should just replace the heads with the heads from Peak. That would be perfect.
I'd be
you
down.
imagine?
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Just for a
Got
day.
his neck
I just
snapped.
need
It.
it for a
Kara,
day.
thank you. I
Well,
appreciate
Flash,
it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you,
inviting
Mr.
me to play
Doc.
games. I appreciate you. I
Thank
give
you,
you
sir.
a high five, but my arms don't move. So
That's
I'm
okay.
I'm just gonna
If you
crouch and spin for
crouch
you.
and
There
crouch
we
and spin,
go.
that's fine. That's
Yeah,
acceptable. Yeah.
Crouch and spin.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Crouch and spin. Yeah.
Awesome. And Flash, I also want you to know
Yes.
that from the
Okay. Looking positively ecstatic. Yeah. Yeah. So make sure you guys write that down. Doc is full of nothing but knowledge. He is the man. You agree with him? I think he's got a point. But if you guys are not following him, obviously you've screwed up at somewhere. I don't know where, but you screwed up. The amount of times you can prestige is 20. 20. Yeah. Scope, thank you for the 7-month sub. I appreciate it. Thank you all for the follows. Thank you, friends. Jeez, right. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's saying what he's just saying what we've all been thinking this whole time. Yeah. All right. Well, let us do the spin, shall we? 2 blurbs made so far. Thank you, Blondie. Can't wait to hear them. I love that you can record the Obake shapeshift. Yeah, I wish I would have had the opportunity. Next time. There's always next time. Can't wait till the game gives us emotes. Oh, it's going to be so funny. If they do, you know what I mean? It's going to be moich. All right. Hold. Let me go to the merch site. Obake shapeshift feels so RNG. It actually has a set pattern of when it does. I don't know. The past couple Obakes I've had, I feel like I'm missing it every single time. It's kind of wild. Taylor, thank you for the 6 months. It's weird. Super strange. All right. Never see it. I just haven't gotten it the past few times. Yeah, it's been really, really strange. What is the pattern? I don't remember the pattern exactly, but there are a set number of blinks. It's not every 12. It's different. It's like the first time you see it, it's at a certain amount of blinks, and then this many blinks after, and this, it's not the same. It's different. Hey, Flume, how's it going? Let's see. What if we did... The first is at 7. I think the first is at 12. I think. What if we did a plushies attack? Yeah, there's a pattern. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of peeps that play that do a lot of testing in the game to figure out stuff like that. A lot of friendos doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's a pattern. I just don't remember. I think they... I think they have the pattern on Wikipedia, on the wiki, the Flash wiki, and I think it's right. 12, 27, 39, 54, 62, 80, 105. Okay, there you go. Yeah, if that's correct, there you go. I knew the first one was 12, and I knew that the one after that was not the same. All right, I'm just waiting for this to register so we can do the merch. Hold, please. Yeah. And I thought that I was watching it the whole time. Like, I don't know how many blinks I watched. I felt like I watched it a bunch. But I guess not. All right. Because of the good wheel, we are doing a merch giveaway. As soon as this happens. There it is. If you guys type join in chat, you could win. Oh my God. You could win the Plushies Attack shirt. I'm literally wearing it as we speak. Love these shirts. Love them. Love, 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 love. If you type join on Twitch, you are entered to win. You have 60 seconds, less than that now, but you know what I mean. It does ship. Fourth Wall does ship internationally. You just need to check with the Fourth Wall website to see if it ships to your country, because it's possible that it doesn't. So just double check. But if you win, there will be a redeem link inside of chat to win. I'm sorry. I mean, to claim. You only have to enter once and then you're good to go. I was wearing it yesterday. I love them. They just fit. I don't know. They fit me really well. So that's why I wear them a lot. Spicy, thank you for the gifted to Abracadabra. Z, GG's. GG's, friend. Enjoy the merch. Oh, yeah, they're super comfy. The Fourth Wall shirts are great. I love them. Are you wearing the shirt now? I sure as F am. This one. This is the one you can win. Or you could have won. Yeah, that one. All right, what time is it? We're doing good. It's 3:40. We're doing aight. Hey, what up, Minnie? Yeah, I love the design. I love it. Yeah, of course. Enjoy, Z. What's that from on your back? No, you can't have the one that's literally on my back. You can't. You can't. Thank you guys for the hype train. How do you redeem? If you do exclamation point, I think redeem. Yeah, that redeem link right there. You'll be the only one that's able to get it because you won. But yeah, if you use that link right there, Z, you'll be able to get it. All right, let's do... I'm thinking about doing a no evidence run. That might take a while though. Just don't tumble dry them if there's a big design. Oh yeah, because it'll crack. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be careful. Yeah, you're right. If you have a big old design on the front, you need to be careful, SpongeBob. Although, no, I think we'll just stick with Nightmare. We'll stick with Nightmare because I don't have a lot of time. You always hang dry. There you go. Is there something I'm doing wrong? Because I just had a shade spawn on top of my butt and insta-kill me. What difficulty were you on? Who designed it? One of the members of the Discord. Yeah, so they were doing they were just doing a like a random design. Yeah, I saw it. They posted it inside of the Discord, and I asked them like, hey, would I be able to like pay you for this to put this on merch? Do these shirts run large or small? I'd say true to size. I wear XL shirts. I'm a 6'4" human being. And this is an XL and it fits great. Yeah. In my opinion, others could probably vouch for whatever they think. Let's do for the last one. We are just going to do a nice casual Tangled Nightmare. I think that sounds nice. We do have some money that I can upgrade stuff though. You have a large and it fits perfect. There you go. We'll upgrade the motion sensor. I don't care about that. Photo camera, yes. You buy yours oversized and they run true to... Okay. And they run true to size. There you go. Yeah, it just depends on how you like the fit. If you like it to be a little bit larger, a little bit looser, then yeah, there you go. I'm 6'4". Yeah. It's hard to tell if, you know, I don't have legs and all that stuff. All right, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. All right. Tango Nightmare. Let's go. Oh, wait. Am I? Oh, I'm still in the multiplayer lobby, aren't I? You like the baggy clothes. There you go. Tangle Street. Are you going to be a TwitchCon? I'm going to try. I am going to try to be. Catherine Craft, crucifix, photo camera, and a photo of the ghost. Let's go. We'll do this one a little speedy. A little speedy. Without legs. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, hiding. I think I hear my dog yapping. Okay, you're over there somewhere-ish. Curse object? Yeah, I'm on Nightmare, so I do have one. Frank. Not that helpful, but that's okay. See a bone in our way? In our travels? I don't think so. Hey, Rose. How's it going? No bone in our travels? Frank. That's all right. That's all right. The shirt you're currently wearing have sizes higher than 2XL. I think it does. I'd have to double check the website though. All right, bring all this in. I need to check the temps and see where it is. Do you like Nightmare or the custom you did in that YouTube video better? Honestly, if I'm looking for a game mode that I'm going to be playing more often, Nightmare. I would play Nightmare more. It's fun to mess around with these different customs though, to try and decide what we like better. I'm just placing this stuff here. The ghost might not actually be here. Like in this room. It is 8 degrees though. 12. Ooh, I see my breath. It's in the potty. It's taking a poo-op. So we'll take that, put that in there. We'll place this right here. Hopefully it does the thing. You place this up here. Get the... Put that there. Turn off the light there. Turn off the light there. Go get more stuff. Yeah, Nightmare's just enjoyable. I like it. I like doing the standard game modes. It's also just easier because then when somebody asks you what you're doing, you don't have to try to get them to set up some crazy custom setup, you know? Guide tips to help find the ghost without evidence. I'm doing Apocalypse Challenge 3 right now. How to find the ghost? How to figure out what it is or find it? Because that is vastly different. Nightmare is 2 evidence, not all 3. No, it is 2. But I like it. Professional and lower is 3. Nightmare's 2. You rot? I can't see. You did. It wrote in the book. Where are you? Are you here?
It's taken away.
Where to? Writing, spirit box, possible Dio. You're useless now. It is not taking a Wii. Not this time. Figure it out, like which ghost it is. Well, one of the best ways to figure out how to do that is by knowing how to eliminate all the ghosts. Yeah. If you know a way to get rid of each one of these ghosts in one way or another, then it's going to make, if you know how to get rid of them easily or how to identify them easily. So like a phantom, you can identify by watching it blink during a hunt. You can remove by taking a photo of the ghost and the ghost not disappearing. Different ghosts have different abilities and different ways for you to tell what they are. If you don't know any of that stuff, I would not try APOC 3 yet. That just means not ready yet. Let's bring photo camera. Let's bring audio recorder. Let's also take one of those. And let's bring another one of those. I was on Nightmare and Tanglewood baby bedroom and the shade spawned on top of me. And Nightmare. Well, there's a you need to, okay, a shade. You need to think of a shade like this. A shade is not going to spawn in the room with you to hunt. But let's say I'm here and the ghost spawns here as a shade. It could spawn right here and then insta-kill me over here, right? So it just depends on where you were in the room and all that stuff. I guess are the combos. Put that down there. I've already got a crucifix there. Let's put another one over here. Yeah. There's Frank. Hi, Frank. I need the photo camera too. Goryo confuses me with the roam distance and the salt. Well, the Goryo can only roam so far away from its favorite room because it can't change the favorite room. Like it can't long roam. I don't remember the exact... Oh, that's cute. I don't remember the exact distance at which that is. Oh my God, it actually counted. They did fix it. No, you're not. I love queso. Oh my God. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You're very welcome. Always. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm not gonna... Okay, we'll put that there. We'll do salt. Oh, you instant son of a bitch. I'm not ready. All right. Walk in this one. Let's go. Careful, SpongeBob is right. How do I think the movie will work? I don't know. Hey! Oh, shit. I think I just double recorded. Oh, you son of a bitch. Got it. It's hard to tell what they're going to do with the movie. I don't know. Motion sensor. Short roam, max range is 3 meters. That means it can leave its room up to 3 meters. Come on. Phas movie, yeah. I'm excited for whatever they're going to do with it. I need a photo of the ghost. Okay. I need a photo of the ghost. And we have... I need one more video. What ghost do we think it is? Well, right now, it's one of these. We don't know which one. I'm just worried about getting media right now. That's all. There's one photo. There's two. The ghost is going to show up and we're going to take a photo of it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ka-chow. Can you hide from the ghost? Yes. Yeah, there's actual hiding spots in the game. Dio, you feel it? I would not be sad. Would not be sad at all. I fear the Phas movie might be I don't know. It's really hard. It's hard to say. It depends on what kind of a storyline they follow. I don't know. All right. Let's go back to the truck for a second. Hope it's more like a documentary. Yeah. Yeah. I think if they make it, I don't know. I like almost Blair Witchy maybe. Could be kind of cool. We need 2 more sounds, 1 more video, 3 more photos. I could get the bone. I need a photo of the ghost. We also need prevent the hunt with a crucifix, which that could be my video and my audio, maybe. I could just let my sanity drain until that point happens. Yeah, Bloomhouse makes a lot of really good stuff. A lot of good stuff. No, I don't have dots. I have ghostwriting and Spirit Box. So another audio could be Spirit Box. Another audio could be the other writing book. I could also get a video of that too. So let's bring a couple smudges in there too. Spirit Box sound? Yep. Let's put you here. Where's my video camera? There it is. Where's my audio? Did I... Oh, Frank. Frank's butt was on it. Come on, right in the book. Let's see. Lighter. Then I want video camera, audio, smudge. There we go. I could quickly get this. Bam. Bam. That's how you do it. So what ghost type, in your opinion, would be interesting to have in the movie? I don't think the ghost type would matter at all. Honestly. Can't be you. I don't think it would matter at all. Frank, you can't help me make the ghost appear. I mean, for an event. Let's just try to get one more audio. Hey, MY, how's it going? Hello? Have a mimic in a movie. Oh, that'd be super cool. Imagine if it was like a mimic, though, that could mimic a person. Like the way that we've always dreamt it would be, where like the mimic could actually be a player model. So all of a sudden they see somebody, but it's not a somebody, it's the ghost. Oh, that'd be super cool. Come on, give me my other audio. We've got writing. Oh, I could do this one. Duh. Here. We'll stand by this. A Dio? Hey, hey. Is that just another event? Oh, it didn't even count. Oh, that's cute. Mimic the teammates. Yeah, like they think they see one of their friends and it's not one of their friends. That's what I'm saying. It's not funny. Would you stop? You gotta relax, young lady. I said relax. All right. I have all the video I need. I have all the audio I need. We need 2 more photos, which I could get the bone, right? I could also take a picture of the EMF going off. Got it. Have smudge on me? Another smudge? Let's go find the bone. Grandma, where'd you drop your bone? I think multiple ghosts would be fun. It's things like that that I would just like to experience, just to be able to say that we saw what it was like. Multiple ghosts, 6-player lobbies, things like that. It would be cool to experience it. Basement, maybe, yeah. I think there's a good possibility it's there. Mm-hmm. Mr. Kari, hello. How are you? I don't want you to break the lights on me. I mean, pop the breaker. We have hiding down here. No bone that I can tell. Nothing here. I did only see Frank in here and then I just dipped. Where the hell is it? How many lights can you have on before you pop the breaker? That's a great question. I don't remember in Tangle. Oh, what the f... Oh, I still needed to eat a crucifix too. Oh, yeah. Had a bone on the tower. I've had a bone in the trash can. All kinds of weird, crazy stuff. 9 on small, 8 mid, 7 large. Yeah. Hey, Kelly, welcome in. All right. We have all of our photos. We have all of our videos. We have all of that. We need Ghosty to eat a crucifix, which, I mean, I could test the waters with my sanity by just giving Frank a poke. Eat the crucifix. It's a Pulte. Well, that's my first time seeing that in person. I love the new Pulte ability. How do you know? It lifted about 7 or 8 objects by the front door and threw them all at the same time. There we go. Cruci burn. Yeah, and because I have ghost writing, this can't be a mimic. No other ghost can do what that ghost just did. Hey! Holy hell! Did you see that? Hold on. Hold on. Tusketty, hello. Dude, it threw the picture frame from the front door all the way to the TV. Give. Okay. Okay. Our sanity is going to be fine. We're bringing these back in. Pulte big throws. Holy F. I don't want it to hunt me right now. Okay, don't. Just don't. Okay? Don't. Just don't. Here, you can have that too. You want Frank? Here, take Frank. There's a couple books you can do here. There we go. Can you ask a question about the game? Yeah. Man. I thought it was going to be a big old pain in the arse. Now, the odds of it doing it again are a bit, you know, a bit low, but it's definitely possible, though. Ray got a textbook Pulte throw yesterday. Oh, man. Who holds plates that way? Hey, do you see somebody judging how you hold plates? The guess are the follows. Come on. It's done it twice. We might be a little bit stingy in wanting it to happen again. I used to be a server. So fair. Okay. Had a yokai once. First week of the game, I was in game chat and screamed because I got scared. Yeah, instant haunted. Oh no. We're standing at the front door because we have a perfect nightmare right now, but it's a Pulte, and I would love to see it Pulte again. It did it twice. It did it while I turned around, thankfully. I probably would have heard the multiple objects getting thrown anyway, but I turned around and saw it happen. And then I was looking that direction, and then all of a sudden, a camera and a picture frame just went flying past my head. Third time's the charm? I'm hoping so. I'm not going to give it very long, though. I'm not going to wait here forever. I can't. I can't. It's 4. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I saw it too. That's why I'm not going to wait too long. All right, Ghost. You have 25 seconds and then we're leaving you. Tips to guess the ghost correct? Get evidence. Watch it move rooms? Yeah, probably. Rude. It's your last chance, hotshot. You have 5 seconds. I'm leaving. What if it does it in the like this? Here, let me do this. All right. All right, I'm leaving. You better not do it when I'm over here, butthole. You want to do it on the camera? No? Not having it? F you. All right, we're leaving. That's it. That's it. That's a Pulte. Grandma's been in the... Hey. Frickin' Pulte. Each time I've had a Pulte since the update, I haven't had it do its ability. It would not do its ability for me. Finally, it did. Holy crap. It did it 4 times even. Awesome. All right. Guys, that's going to be it for me today, YouTube. Thank you for all the love. I appreciate you. Thank you for the 200K on YouTube, man. I appreciate it. I look forward to... I don't plan on stopping posting anytime soon. At all. So thank you, friends. All right, let's go find somewhere to raid real quick because I got to go get ready for my date. Mrs. Flash and I are going on a date. Yeah, Z, of course, dude. Of course. I hope that you enjoy it. All right. All right. I already know where we're going. Easy peasy. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to. Yeah, there's a vineyard close to our house. Well, not that far. So we're going to go there, have some din-din, try some wine. I'm not even a big wine guy, but I mean, I'm hanging out with her, so I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter. She loves it. Yeah. Thank you, guys. If you're not in my Discord already, the Discord is there in chat. So is the rest of socials. There is the raid if you're a follower. There it is. If you're a sub, tier 3s, you're creepy. We love you. That is for you. We happen to have some crazy little guy who's doing a 12-hour birthday stream. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it very much. And we're almost 3/4 of the way to the monthly goal. Like I said, for an extended guy, if we reach that, we'll do another viewer day. But, however, because if we do reach it, I have an idea for an extended goal. I do have an idea. Mr. Cheebs, our lovely Mr. Cheebs is doing a 12-hour birthday stream. So we're, of course, going to go say hi. You guys are amazing. I love you all. I will see you guys tomorrow for more fun. We will be back. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Goodbye.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.